A few minutes earlier.
Oh, thank the gods, water. I stumble over to the nearest rock and almost faceplant straight into the water, grabbing my water skin from my belt and dunking it and my head beneath the surface.
Iggy attempts something similar, but he forgets the mask on his face. You can't read his expression, but you're pretty sure it's disappointed.
It's several moments before I pull my head out of the water. I stare at Iggy as he does the same, water cascading out from under the mask, drenching the rest of him.
You guys hear that?
Huh? I stare over at Thog, eyes half-lidded. What? Hear what?
He kind of looks up and around. His brow furrows. He begins to pace nervously back and forth. I swear I heard something.
Heard what? Wait. Oh, shit. I look around, glancing over at the ditch that we threw the kid in. I turn back to Thog.
Thog is in fact facing in the opposite direction.
What is it? Do you think...
Hold on, shit. He holds up a finger.
Did you just shush me?
He runs one hand over his hair. Oh, I might be losing it, but... Shit. Okay, Ash, just 1 second. Just give me 1 second, Ash.
Wait, what do you mean 1 second? What are you
Thog
doing?
lowers his head, a sudden look of absolute desperation crossing his features. He takes off, sprinting forwards.
Panicked, I start, trip, and try to follow after Thog. Wait, what? Iggy, did you hear anything?
Call it a middle manager's sense.
What does that mean? Thog, this is the woods! Stumbling over my feet, I try to sprint after Thog, and as I'm passing Iggy, I freeze. Right.
He holds up his tiny walking stick and hobbles after you.
Okay, right. I try to pick Iggy up.
Instantly indexing Iggy's weight, you figure, yeah, you could pick the guy up. He's pretty scrawny. However, as you lean down and try to heft his not-so-considerable bulk, you feel your knees buckle.
Oh, okay. All right, maybe still a little tired.
He looks down at you quizzically.
How fast can you run? I plop him onto the ground.
A short few minutes have passed since the beginning of the Deathmatch's deliberations. Gregor sits in the middle of his team huddle, consulting with his closest advisors, as is permitted by Deathmatch law. There's a strategic twinkle in his eye and a strategic finger fluttering near his nose.
Okay, good. I think it's all settled. Thanks for your assistance, everyone. And, I guess, it's been about 20 minutes. Let's get this thing going.
It's a brilliant plan, Gregor. I'm not sure what the outcome will be, or what the process is, or how it's even going to work, but I can tell you clearly have your feet in the right place. He stares down at your feet.
Thank you, Colvin. And just remember, you don't play a part in it.
Wait, what? He puts up a finger. Fury immediately interjects. Gregor, I think it's a lovely plan. And if anything goes particularly wrong, you have my support, she nods.
Thank you. And I'd like to... Thank you also. And Fury, I leave it to you to direct Colvin what to do if it goes horribly awry.
She nods, smile playing across her lips. And what part do I play?
Oh, you just keep being a team player there, Randy. All right, let's go.
Yeah, keep it up, Randy.
All right. Sorry about that. You know how the teammates are. They get a little chatty when I chat to them. Look, he's still going.
Honestly, I'm a little jealous. I wish I had a close group of advisors to confer with on such short notice. All I've got is this guy.
Hey.
Ooh, well, maybe if you didn't do this, then your champion would be there by your side instead of by your front, about to fight you.
I think this constitutes a different type of consultation. The death kind.
Yeah, I guess we should get consulting then.
Kyrelos reaches into his bag and pulls out 2 long bolts. I'm afraid in this battle of strength, wits, and justice, I'll come out the superior, Gregor, my boy. He assumes a stance, using each of those long bolts as a sort of melee weapon. You recognize this style. You've trained against it plenty in the past. The fact that he ain't using his crossbow, Dr. Shoots, shows that he's underestimating you.
It looks like you underestimate my wits, justice, and strength.
Wow, in precisely that order, too!
But I have too much respect for you, Kyrelos. What do you say we don't draw this out into a long, bloody battle? Let's finish it in one blow. I'm ready to end this.
You see something in his eyes, a focus that you hadn't recognized before. They glass over. A single tear begins to well. He wipes it away from his cheek. Gregor, you made me the happiest clan leader alive. A deathmatch settled in a single blow. I couldn't ask for a better champion.
Excellent. Now, I hope you're readying with your best attack, because I'll be doing that. Your best, most flashy, coolest attack.
Hold on a second, I was still picking up Dr. Schutz.
Okay.
He picks up the extravagant crossbow, bracing it once more against his shoulder. He whispers something to the individual behind him who carries the mysterious whole ball bag. From the bag is produced a particularly long, wicked-looking bolt. Carved of a stone with a reddish hue, you recognize it as a piece of that pillar that Ash smashed up. Biggest and flashiest, you said, Gregor.
Yes. The more flashy it is, the better.
Okay, well, I was kind of holding back on this because I wanted to cost as few lives as possible, but he loads it into the crossbow. For a climactic final attack, nothing's better. He motions around himself. You're all gonna want to run away. The guards, one by one, begin to back up a little bit. Do you know what this is, Gregor?
Big crossbow bolt.
A keen eye, as always. Rivulets of energy begin to pool and coalesce in the air. They bind inwards like long ribbons, tendrils of energy burying themselves within the bolt. This is a piece of that stone pillar that the band smashed up. Using just this tiny section of a repurposed chunk of it, I can grant, let's say, parole for a few moments to some of the spirit folk that are trapped underneath Honorant. You notice that this energy in its entirety is focused within the bolt. None of it seems to influence Kyrelos nor his crossbow. All of this wickedness is poured into the gigantic arrow. Many of those spirit folk trapped and locked away were done so because they were crazy murderers. Letting one free, even for a split second, has such destructive potential, it acts as like a super bomb, Gregor. Are you sure you want to end this in one attack? There's still time for take-backsies.
You're the one who's gonna use it. It seems a little irresponsible of you to use it, to be honest. I mean, didn't the band want to smash up that pillar and let this happen in the first place, only on a bigger scale?
On a more permanent basis, I mean,
yeah.
We're just letting him out for 0.5 seconds. And honestly, some of the spirit folk down there, so crazy they're willing to kill, like, humans, spirit folk, anything. They're just murder nuts, man.
Yeah, this might actually be a good teaching tool for, after all this is over, like, teach Ash why, maybe you shouldn't smash up the stuff, but...
Who? I don't know who you're talking about, Vern yells.
I think you two might get along.
Me?
Just wait for my signal. I'm not giving any signal, to, do any tricks or anything. I look at all the soldiers to see how many have gotten past and moved on to the fort.
Your diversionary tactic has bought enough time for the majority of the snake to slither its way through the woods. Most of them are headed to the fort on the hill. What remains behind is your elite cadre. And Colvin.
I turn around, give a wink to my posse, and raise my glaive.
His attack fully charged, Kyrelos hefts his crossbow, swinging it up, catching the bridge of it with his other hand, feeling the full great weight of it. He steadies it, aiming it at you. Gregor, it was short, but this was the best deathmatch I've ever had. This is goodbye. Suddenly, from behind, you hear a roar. It touches down on your back for a moment, pushing you to the ground, leapfrogging off, flying forward in the split of a second before Kyrelos can fire. The clay monstrosity hits him and flies into the distance.
Gregor lands with a thud on the ground, his finger firmly against the side of his nose, staring at Vern.
Skeletons so unrelated to this spell! He quickly shouts, a portal springing open on the battlefield, depositing a very mangy pile of bones immediately in front of you.
There is silence. Gregor remains splayed on the grass, waiting for some sort of reaction.
You're pretty sure you hear a distant meow. The wind force of what just occurred hits you and the guards. You're blown over.
I slowly climb to my feet and dust myself off. I look around at the dumbstruck guards. Instant death attack. Hit you so hard your flesh and clothes melt off. Technique.
I didn't even see the attack. It was too fast for my eyes to follow. A murmur runs through the guards. It was too fast for me to follow. How about you?
I didn't see a thing. What the hell was that?
I look down at Kyrelos' remains. Come back in 10 years, skeleton.
Kyrelos' deputy war caddy takes a step forward, looking down at the skeleton. This Kyrelos?
He can't hear you now. He's in a better place.
He looks down at the skeleton again.
I'm sorry for what I had to do. I know how hard it is to lose a superior officer.
Another murmur travels through the crowd. All that's left is bones. We can't fight this guy.
As you can see, Kyrelos is now a skeleton, which means I am the new king of the Rust clan, as far as you're concerned. Now you have to join the conga line of peace. It was his dying wish. You heard it. You all heard it.
One of the guards walks forward. I don't think that's Kyrelos' skeleton.
I could show you your own skeleton if you'd prefer. Also, why do you think that?
Points down at it. No beard.
Oh. I can see it since you have no beard, you might not know how they work. They're not attached at the bone. All this knowledge and more can be yours if you join the conga line, which you must do.
Meanwhile, in a far, far away place, two individuals scream at each other while hurtling through the air. Ah! Ah! They slam through tree after tree after tree. After a long and grueling, and on Inien's part, gruesome battle, the band have been aligned beneath the great tree. They're receiving medical attention from the three imps. However, only one is trained in the medical arts.
Yeah, the others are just kind of slapping leaves over wounds, licking scrapes and burns. Okay, yeah, you guys, now, off. Yeah, you leave that to the goddamn Wonderpuss, thank you.
So, Markus, Thog leans into you. The one I shot, they're gonna be okay, right?
Wonderpuss? In time.
Oh my god, thank you. Like, you have no idea, I do not need to accidentally murder one of the lackeys of the people I'm supposed to be working with again. I could not, I am not ready to change identities.
Well, hey, I pat him on the shoulder. We've all been there, man.
What is with you two?
What's with you? You killed like 3 of them.
Yeah, it was great.
No, it was pretty gross, actually.
I mean, yeah, we were fighting for our lives, though. I would have...
Okay, sure. We need to take the higher path here, Inien, okay? We're the only people looking for a reasonable solution to this kerfluffle here.
Markus, do I look like a person who would take the higher path?
Yeah, that's a good point. I turn around. I turn back to Thog.
Wait, why are you looking at me?
No reason. You're looking good.
So, what brings you to this neck of the woods?
Yeah, what have you been up to?
Hanging out with Ash.
Uh-huh. How's Ash? Is she okay?
He kinda does a hand back and forth. I kinda
Is she hurt?
He does a middling hand gesture. Ash is probably honestly, Markus, oh boy. He kinda puts his head in his hands for a second. It was like fucking instinct took over. I recognize the sound of your goddamn eldritch blasts, It's like they're drilled into my subconsciousness.
They're very unique.
I get worried the second I hear them, he says, putting up a hand.
I look over at Inien. Isn't that the sweetest thing?
Oh, adorable. Oh. No, I think it's a problem. I had borderline no control over it.
Okay, well, we can sort out your brain problems once we're done fighting a war.
Wait a sec. You're fighting in this war.
Oh, I need to get you up to speed.
Yeah, I thought you were just sneaking in, trying to get Ash back or some shit. That seems like something you'd do.
Oh, no. We've gone way far and beyond that, my friend. Put an arm across Thog's shoulder and lead him over in this direction. So, you know how this conflict is basically the worst thing in existence since Ballast McGee?
I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks. What was that last part?
Oh, nothing. But it's terrible. Both sides won't listen to reason. Gods know we tried.
Markus, I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't give a shit about sides in this. You got an angle?
Yeah. No, it's the angle where we fight both sides at the same time with our own side. I pass him a sticker.
He looks back at the group of imps tending to the ban. These the entirety of your forces?
No. We're just the snake butt.
Markus, for the last time! No, enough of the snake butt!
It's not enough of the snake. We are the snake butt. You can't change what we are, Inien.
She lets out a sigh.
Okay. So Thog, we formed a new side entirely our own. I call it Markus Valafi's conga line for peace. And then, in parentheses, through violence. So I figure that if we mess with both sides enough and make the entire idea of conflict so unsatisfactory that they just stop, then we've won the day. Or days. I don't know how long this is going to take.
Well, in the first place, can't say I was too much invested in a side here, let's just say. Mm-hmm. I probably don't need to remind you of the fact that I just shot a bunch of those guys.
It's okay, they'll be fine. The goddamn Wonder Puss is a goddamn miracle worker.
Thank you for lightly assuaging my guilt. You know, Gregor okay with this?
Yeah, actually. He's my second in command. I mean, I guess he's battle commander, so we kind of...
Really? With me right here? Really?
Inien, you're the mystical advisor. We've been over this.
Yeah, that's a second in command type position if I've ever heard one.
Okay, I misspoke. Everybody is on the same level. Including me, even though I'm the leader.
And, she's actually on board with this too? The one that tried to kill us on top of that wizard tower?
Inien? Oh yeah, big time.
She waves. Markus?
Thog?
I'm gonna trust you on this one. Honestly, this whole concept of a war or whatever, it's been rubbing me the wrong way since the beginning.
It's ridiculous, right?
All these Enorians are fucking morons. He speaks up, all the bands stir slightly.
Yeah, and the ban aren't that fantastic either, though. I can see the point of both sides, but you see, that's what the conga line is all about. We're getting in everybody's face. We're fighting in the name of peace. Through violence.
You had me until the point where you said you acknowledge both sides. I think there isn't a side here that I'm okay with, because everybody's an idiot, he yells back to the ban.
That's a good platform. You should remember that.
Markus, I've been fucking living it the past few weeks. This place sucks.
I hear that. Though it has its charms. Like all the fire that there was not that long ago.
Ignoring that, Thog presses on. Look, Markus, we had a talk a while ago. I said I respected you and I guess your attitude.
Are you rescinding that?
I mean, I would. Inien said, kind of shrugging. No, wow. You, do people not build trust with you very often? Because, like, you're giving me a look right now.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at how often I burn bridges inadvertently.
Sometimes very vertently.
That's not a word. That's not a word, Inien.
We still have to look up that fucking dictionary, Markus. You're going down with that gout of flame type thing. I was saying something. Though your methods might be unorthodox. I'm sure you have an army of misfits and weirdos.
Oh, you have no idea.
At best. I respect that your intentions are good.
They are. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I want as few people to die as possible. That's what I want out of this conflict. And I think that we can achieve it.
Also, and I mean this as the highest compliment, he puts a hand on your shoulder, that you'll get the job done.
Well, that remains to be seen, but thank you.
Markus, it's that lack of confidence at the very end that stops you from really clinching things.
Inien, when your battle plan begins and ends with total chaos, it's hard to have complete confidence in yourself.
Okay. The more you talk about this, the less respect I have.
It's okay. Thog, we're playing it fast and loose. You're gonna be great at this.
But, yeah, that's the other thing. I was with Ash until a few minutes ago, and she kind of needs, like, help.
You said kind of? Probably? Where is she? Can we get there right now?
She might be coming here if she has a similar sense to me.
Ash?
Thug grabs you quickly, though. Is stopping you from speaking up. Between you and me, things around the band village are a little intense. She's in a little over her head.
Ash? Oh, never.
Inien's eyes narrow slightly. Look.
Okay, but in all seriousness, what do you mean? When you say over her head?
She's been going through, let's say some shit, and she needs the help of a friend, Thug says, the expression kind of paining him slightly. And that's not exactly something I do well.
Say no more. I understand you completely. I would be more than happy to offer my services as a friend.
Once again, Inien wears a difficult expression.
Inien? Everything okay?
Yes, no.
Looking like you smelled something sour there.
Yeah, something a little, Oh, no, it's nothing. Please, go on with your fucking bullshit.
Okay, Inien, just because we're not killing everybody inside doesn't mean that it's not a good plan.
It's not that, Marcus, though you could stand to defend yourself a little bit better.
Point taken, point taken. What is it then? Come on.
It's nothing. How about worrying?
You're part of high command. We've got to be able to talk openly here.
How about worrying about the band? It'll probably be It's nothing. I'm just probably wrapped up in my own thoughts.
I turn to Thog. Yeah, she's probably just wrapped up in her own thoughts.
Suddenly, there's a rustle from the foliage. Too big to be a crazy bird, too small to be a fight deer.
I whirl around, fingers already waggling.
Inien, with more venom than usual, prepares a spell that will certainly murder whatever's coming out of that bush.
Fuck! Several loud thuds follow after each expletive, and I burst out from the trees, falling into the pile of banned bodies. What the fuck?
They'll start shoving you.
The fuck is... What the... I wade out of the pile of bodies, stumbling backwards.
One of the imps wanders up to you, clearly upset that you cut in the line. It points to the end where people are taking numbers. It hands you a ticket.
It says last.
I stare at the ticket for a little too long, the gears in my head finally clicking into place, and I slowly turn around to face the trio.
Ash?